8 NYPD police officers are facing trial for fabricating drug charges against innocent people in order to meet their arrest quotas.
Yeah, you know what's a great idea? Arrest quotas. So we need you to go arrest however many people, let's say 100 people. But there wasn't that much crime. It was only 80 people. All right, well, you got to hit the quota.
Well, then you plant evidence. Duh. You put cocaine in someone's back pocket, and then you call the police, and they get arrested. And all of a sudden, you meet your arrest quotas. That's exactly what happened in this case.
If I'm a head of a police department, how in God's green earth can you say we should do an arrest quota? Look, I mean, I know you want to motivate your officers to get out of the frickin' donut shop and stop wasting their time busting up protests across the country, okay? But you don't do it by saying, I need you to arrest X amount of people, no matter what, whether they deserve to be arrested or not. And then if you don't do it, what, is there this financial incentives and disincentives? It's horrible. So what do they do to meet their quota?
So there was a case of a man who was at a bar, completely innocent man, and one of the police officers was having a difficult time meeting his arrest quota. So what ended up happening is one of his other officer friends literally put cocaine in this innocent man's pocket and then notified the police officer about it. The police officer came and arrested him. Same thing happened with this innocent man's brother who was at the bar with him. Okay, so these police officers are going around and they're, you know, saying, oh, this guy was caught with cocaine, this guy was caught with drugs. And, you know, when Stephen Anderson, who was one of the police officers who planted the cocaine, when he was asked about it, he's like, look, this was happening all the time. It was so widespread, you don't even think about it. You're almost numb to it. This is him testifying in court.
I love how the NYPD is protecting us. Now, 3 stories we've done over the last 2 days. Infiltrating Muslim students without warrants or anything, just infiltrating them because they're Muslim.
And also
and by the way, wasting our money and tax and time and our resources investigating people that they have no cause to believe are going to commit any kind of violence. Breaking up protests, right, and pepper spraying and using the batons on protesters who are actually worried about the real problems in New York, right? And planting evidence on folks to meet their arrest quota. NYPD, here to serve.
Right, but to be fair with the Muslim students, they did go paintball shooting, which means that they were definitely training for terroristic activity.
NYPD, my bad, my mistake.
And I'm sorry.
Yeah. So when I go to New York next week to broadcast from Occupy Wall Street, I'm sure the NYPD will be thrilled to see me. Make
sure you don't wear any pants with pockets, okay?
Why?
You don't want them planting cocaine.
Oh, yeah. Jesus, man. Look, they're doing it against random dudes, which is horrible. But how easily can that turn into, we don't like that protester over there. Oh, look at that. We found cocaine in his pocket. You know, JP Morgan just paid us $4.6 million to throw fancy parties for us. Oh, these guys are against JP Morgan. Oh, look at that. Cocaine again. Now, it hasn't happened yet. But by the way, they already started the propaganda. You saw the owner of Zuccotti Park saying that they've gotten letters of complaint from the community that there are drugs in the park, right? And soon, I'm sure there will be, right? One way or another. So, look, I don't want to be this deeply skeptical, right? And I know a lot of the cops in the NYPD are great guys, and they're here to protect us, et cetera. Of course, right? But they've earned it. They've earned the skepticism, right? And if you don't like it, then you should change your policies. But Raymond Kelly, who has a terrific publicist paid for by JP Morgan, who's the head of the NYPD, I don't think is likely to change his policies. And it comes from the top. That's where it comes from.